Renowned American author Zig Ziglar said, "People often complain about lack of time, when lack of direction is the problem." Namaskaram, I welcome you all with love and gratitude. I hope all of you are doing great. I completely agree with Zig Ziglar. We are not struggling with lack of time, but with lack of direction. We are lucky to be born in an age of technology wherein we can study what's happening up in space right from Earth. We have GPS to reach an unknown destination. Imagine what life was like for our ancestors. They used maps, voyagers measured the stars to travel to their desired destination. Did you notice how crucial direction is? Direction plays a key role in our life. Without direction, life becomes unbearable to live. It is very important to keep our life organized and manage it well. Trust me, it's not rocket science. However, managing our own time, dealing with stress and people is an art. And to learn and understand that art, we have a very special guest, Dr. Nabil Fanoz, who is a triple board certified surgeon, associate professor at the Department of Head and Neck Surgery. Presently, he is the chief of the Division of Facial and Reconstructive Surgery at McGill University in Montreal, a renowned speaker at major international medical conferences and author of The Universal Rules of Life. Dr. Nabil is the recipient of many awards including the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal. He has authored more than 60 scientific publications, introduced numerous new surgical techniques and designed multiple surgical instruments. He lives in Canada where he continues to have a large surgical practice. Dr. Nabil today will share a few rules from his writing for managing time, stress and people that will change your life forever. So let us welcome Dr. Nabil. Hello Dr. Nabil, welcome to Self Talk Show. So first of all, I would like to say that I'm very grateful to you for choosing Self Talk Show as a medium to spread awareness regarding the same, and also very honored to have you as guest speaker on my show. Your book, The Universal Rules of Life, is so amazing and has actually blown my mind away with such key insights, facts and realization of the repetitive pattern we follow that's actually ruining our experience of living a quality life. Take it for example, the I will pattern. It has made us a thorough procrastinator. So Dr. Nabil, how did you crack this pattern? Are there more such patterns that we are unaware of?
Each of the 27 rules in my book offers an improvement for a pattern in our life. So, as an example, let me summarize the first two rules of the book for you. The first universal rule says, do it now, perfect it later. Stop the I will habit. In other words, we all want to achieve things, but we wait and procrastinate. We fail because we never begin. Therefore, all you need to do is start, and the rest will follow. Just do something, anything, but do it now, and later you can perfect it. Now, coming to the second universal rule of life. It says, ask once for what you want, and you will get it 50% of the time. In other words, whether you need a discount, a raise, a favor, a nicer hotel rooms, or even a date, start by asking for it. Remember, if you don't ask, you don't get. And if you ask for what you want, the worst people can do is not to give you what you ask for, which is precisely where you were before you asked. So, you really have nothing to lose.
I completely agree with you, because by not initiating or asking, we are blocking ourselves from moving forward in life. Initiation leads to one step closer to our goals and happiness. Would you like to tell us about your life journey and how it inspired you to author your recent book, The Universal Rules of Life?
I teach facial plastic surgery at McGill University. A few years ago, I also started giving an additional course that offers insights into time management and personal and professional success. It was an instant success. So I started giving it to different medical conferences, and finally I decided to put it in a book.
That's brilliant. So, what areas of life do the set rules cover or apply to?
The universal rules explain how to maximize the reader life skills in four crucial spheres. The first, how to organize and totally optimize your time. Number two, how to beat and eliminate stress. Number three, how to handle and manage all people in your life, whether the difficult ones or the ones dear to you. And number four, how to achieve happiness.
Are these universal rules by any chance related to law of attraction? Also, do you believe in the law of attraction?
I partially agree with the law of attraction. The law of attraction suggests that positive thoughts bring positive results into a person's life. Well, I do agree with that part. For example, my Rule 26 says, if you feel unbeatable, you are. Only you can lower your head. In other words, our well-being is mostly controlled from within our heads. So when you are faced with past blows, past problems, you should blow them up. And when you're faced with current blows or current problems, you should never give in or give up. If you feel like a loser and walk and behave like a loser, the whole world would take your word for it. But if you feel like a winner and walk and behave like a winner, people will treat you as one. They may doubt you at first, but they will end up doubting themselves. So, I believe that positive thoughts, by changing the person's behavior and attitude, can improve his chances in life. On the other hand, I somewhat disagree that the notion that just positive energy by itself, like sort of magic, can attract success in all areas of life.
So true. As it is being said, if you love and treat yourself the way you would love to be loved and treated by others, then your own actions will be mirrored back to you by those around you. Can you consider calling your book a self-help manual?
I would say absolutely yes.
Dr. Nabil, your book is so amazing and will surely change so many people's lives. How do you manage to juggle between different works of yours?
By following three of my universal rules diligently. Rule number 1 says, do it now, perfect it later. At least it allows you to achieve something now and later you can perfect it. And Rule 6 says, eliminate it, delegate it, or shrink it. By following the 3 time management secrets of this rule, it leaves you more time to do what you don't seem to have time to do. And rule number 16 says, unitask, don't multitask. Unitasking is the only way to be time efficient, because when we try to have it all and do it all at once, we end up being very busy, doing very little.
Well, that is so impressive. One of the universal rules ignited a layer of curiosity within me that says, don't get even, get smart. Would you please elaborate on the same?
Rule 23 says, don't get even, get smart. Do what's best for you, not what's best for your anger. In other words, seeking revenge is like swallowing a poison and expecting the other person to die from it. When you try to get even, the flames of rage will consume you first before reaching your enemy. Don't get even better. Use your brain, not your emotions. Focus on what's good for you, not what's bad for your enemy. Focus on looking out for number 1, you.
That is so true. All these negative emotions actually feed on our energy and mind, leaving us completely drained. Would you like to share some more rules from your book that will help people get a gist of your life-changing book?
Here are 2 other rules I love. Rule number 11, when you don't know what to do, do nothing. Time will often reveal the solution. In other words, when hesitating between multiple options, do nothing and wait. Sooner or later, time will upgrade the right option. Rule number 12. When you don't know what to say nothing. Silence is often your best reply. In other words, remember, you owe no answer to anyone. If pressed, say, I'll think about it. Bottom line, there is power in saying nothing.
Well said, Dr. Nabil. What, according to you, is the best way to deal with distractions at work?
By following Rule 16 that says, unitask, don't multitask. Doing only one task at a time is the way to be laser focused and highly productive, yet totally stress-free and in the moment.
Our minds most of the time either remain in our future or past. So what's the mantra to live in the present moment?
Here is the answer from Rule 27 that says, today is all you've got. In other words, yesterday is history, tomorrow is mystery, but today is yours. It's the only sure chance for you to live and enjoy.
I completely agree. This present moment is a gift to us. We can't alter our past or change our future. All we have is present to build our future. What do we do in the present becomes our past and at the same time shapes our future. I feel we also have this pattern of overhelping others or being too kind when the situation doesn't even demand, or being excessively polite. So how can we dissolve this pattern?
I will answer with 3 quotes. The first quote from Rule 2, ask once for what you want and don't worry about what people think of you. The second quote from number 22, when you trust other people, be careful. Never, ever give your trust a blank check. Trust is time-based, so before you give someone your trust, you should take your time, big time. The third quote from Rule 23, focus on looking out for number 1, you.
Completely agree. Your book explains so beautifully how we can change our old habits and refine our way of life. However, people are usually skeptical regarding life-changing tools that are simple. They measure the effectiveness of a tool based on the level of its complexity. So, what's your take on that?
People are right to be skeptical because many books and articles on changing bad habits do not respect certain conditions. According to Rule 15, to create smart habits, you need to implement 3 conditions. The first, you have to offer a reasonable deal to your brain. Your brain will reject any rotten deal. The second condition, you have to repeat the new habit for at least 1 month, simply because repetition works. Repetition works. Repetition works. Third condition, get a buddy system. Find another person who will get into the habit of being part of your habit. You need the 3 conditions to succeed in changing a bad habit.
Absolutely. Repetition really works. So, what's your definition of life?
Here is my personal opinion on life. Quite unusual maybe, but this is what I believe. Life is a journey in which we are in the driver's seat. We have no control on the quality of the road we are driving on, which represents our environment. And we have no control on the type of vehicle we are driving, which represents our heritage and inheritance. The only choice we have is choosing our trip destination, is choosing where we are heading. That's it.
Wow, that is so inspiring. What message do you have for our listeners?
I will be honored if you read my book, and if you believe it had an impact on your life, I would appreciate it if you let me know. My email is nfannousmd@gmail.com. Nfannous is my name, MD, medical doctor, @gmail.com.
I'm sure our listeners would love to read your book and absorb and apply these wonderful 27 universal life rules in their lives. Thank you so much, Dr. Nabil, for educating us on the same. It was lovely having you on the show. I would recommend to all of you to please visit www.theuniversalrulesoflife.com to order your copy today. So with this, we come to an end of this episode. Hope you liked it, and the feedback would definitely do wonders. We would really appreciate it if you can subscribe to Self Talk Show. More episodes and more awareness is coming your way, so stay tuned and keep self-talking. You can reach out to us for questions, queries or suggestions at www.selftalkshow.com or email us at showselftalk@gmail.com or through social media pages on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you again and see you with another episode.